We all know what Deontay Wilder brings to the table. When he shows up to the fight, he is showing up with a massive right hand. He's gonna throw those shots, going forward, going backward. He's coming out like a sniper. And when he lands cleanly, we see him do damage, the likes of which we don't see anybody else do in the heavyweight division. He is out there just dropping that thing on people and obliterating them. Standing across from him is a man who is also highly skilled in his own right, but his game is way different. Joseph Parker. Right? This is a man who wants to come out and box. He's got fast hands, wants to use combinations, wants to use footwork, wants to use upper body movement. And when we have a situation where two highly skilled men step into the ring against each other, we always come back to that age-old adage. Styles make fights. And when we look at this one, you know, I'm looking at the line and it opens up around minus 590. I'm looking at it now. It jumped all the way up to minus 690 for Wilder. Right? Deontay Wilder's the favorite in this one. Now, when you look at a minus 690 line, you're getting an approximate win percentage of like 87%, which leaves 13% for Joseph Parker. And as I'm sitting here, I got to ask myself, man, and I got maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe somebody can break it down for me. Because I don't see how there's a 13% chance that Joseph Parker's going to win this fight. I honestly don't. I don't mean that to talk bad about the man. I don't mean to talk down on his skills. He's done a lot. He's a good fighter. There's a lot of people that he's going to go out there and beat. But like I just said, styles make fights. This dude gets caught with right hands. We saw him in there against Joe Joyce. Think about Derek Chisora. Look at his last fight, dude, against a guy who's what? Jack Massey? Who's Jack Massey when we're talking about people on the top level? And Jack Massey was able to come forward and just catch him with a clean right hand. Look, he gets caught with the right hand and he gets caught with it multiple ways. Okay? One of the things that I think is going to be disastrous for him is going to be his inability to control the distance. Typically, when we see him go out there and see any success at all, it's against guys who are the same size or smaller. It's not the situation with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's taller. He's longer. He's a guy who's got a good jab. He's got quick hands. He's got very, very good and underrated athleticism. That's one of the things about Deontay Wilder, man. He can close that distance at a speed that a lot of heavyweights can't. And then on top of that, he's got really good reach and he's long. So you've got a guy who can close the distance and he doesn't need to close as much distance because he's longer than most of the guys that he fights. And oh, by the way, when he does close that distance and he does throw that right hand, dude, it's going to be like an atomic bomb going off. I don't think this is going to look good for Joseph Parker. I hear a lot of people talking and a lot of people saying things that he's going to be able to go out there and see success with his boxing. Maybe for a period of time. We saw that. Wouldn't be the first time that somebody outboxed Deontay Wilder. The first thing that comes to my mind is Luis Ortiz. Remember the Southpaw Cuban? Remember the success that he saw, particularly in their second fight? But how did it end? It ended the way we saw the vast majority of other fights that Deontay Wilder is in. Destruction, with his opponent laying flat on the canvas. Right? Even think about who beat him. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury couldn't escape that right hand. He was just able to withstand it. Dude, it didn't matter if we were talking about the first fight, the second fight, or the third fight. He was out there getting caught with ferocious shots, getting dropped. The thing was he was able to get back up. That's what most guys ain't able to do. Even big guys like Helenius in the last fight. Deontay Wilder's going backwards. He's against the ropes, and he's able to just catch him with a shot and just lights out. Dude, the power that he has is something else. So when I look at a guy like Joseph Parker, and I think he stays in middle distance too much. He's in range far too frequently. Now, usually he's able to go out there and he's from that distance, he's able to outbox guys. He's even got this little like kind of mid-range jab that he uses that's going to just be disastrous for him in this fight. His feet aren't as quick as they used to be. His head movement isn't what he used to be. He gets caught with the right hand. He's in the distance too much. I don't feel like he's a ring general. Anybody who wants to close the distance on him can. Anybody who wants to can close the distance on him. He doesn't use his feet to keep the distance. He doesn't know how to frame guys off well. So when again, I know it sounds really harsh. I know it sounds really critical, but I just want to say, like, this dude's a good fighter. He's going to go out there and he's going to beat a lot of guys, but he's not going to go out there and beat Deontay Wilder. It's not going to happen. He's going to get caught with that right hand. It's going to be lights out. If you ask me, I think we're talking inside of 6, maybe inside of 5, something along those lines. It's not going to take much. Deontay Wilder, when he's working with his trainer, look at him on Instagram. Dude, everything he works on, everything that he's training for accentuates what he does well. It's all about that right hand. It's all about that power. It's all about being a sniper. Everything that he does is about getting in the right position to get his shot off. You don't see him in there working great defense. You don't see him in there working great footwork. It's little bits of footwork here and there, but really it's about getting guys in position, getting them with the jab. Guys want to get close, how to frame them off, how to get space, and everything is about dropping that right hand on guys. You may think he's one-dimensional. You may think he can't do other things. But here's the thing. When you got power like he does, you're supposed to play into that. You're supposed to lean into it and accentuate it. You're supposed to build your game around it. Now, maybe when his trainer's in there working with him, he realizes that he's only going to be able to do so much with other things. So everything he needs to do needs to focus on that because of the fact that it works so well. I mean, let's not forget the fact that unless we're talking about Tyson Fury, everybody else has come up short. Everybody else. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this one, man. But, I hear Andy Lee talking, right? I got a lot of respect for Andy Lee. I love watching him fight. Back when he was training under or getting trained by Emmanuel Stewart. I remember when he went in there and fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Like, dude, I love the way he delivered that left hand, particularly as an uppercut. So I love seeing him still involved in the game and he's training and everything. Excuse me. And he's talking about all Joseph Parker needs to do is perform the way that I see him performing in the gym. No. He's talking about the sparring partners like Lawrence Okolie coming in. He's a real big guy and he can do this and that. No. He's talking about, I spoke to Tyson Fury and he gave me the game plan that worked. Dude, Tyson Fury is able to go out there and execute that game plan. That doesn't mean Joseph Parker's going to be able to go out there and execute that game plan. He can know it front to back. He could know everything about it. He could understand it perfectly. That doesn't mean he's going to be able to go out there and do it. Let's not forget how big Tyson Fury is. Dude, let's not forget how fast his hands are. Let's not forget the way that he controls the distance. He knows how to be all the way on the outside, or he knew how to be on the inside. Let's not forget the fact that he got caught with a bunch of shots too. Got dropped multiple times. Thing is, he was able to get back up. Let's not forget about the fact that he weighed more than Deontay Wilder. Significantly, he was taller than him and he weighed more than him. So when he would get inside, he would lean on him. And he would tire him out that way. He was causing a lot of fatigue in Deontay Wilder's legs. Like, dude, it's a whole game plan. Okay? And some of that is built around the physical assets that Deontay or that Tyson Fury has. That's not Joseph Parker. Dude, he's only 6'4" and he doesn't weigh as much. Okay? This will be an interesting fight. We all know that they're in Saudi Arabia. They're talking about finishing out Riyadh season in March, trying to book Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder because that fight's going to be through the roof. I mean, think about the heavyweight fights these dudes are going to be putting on if they get that one too. Right in February, we're getting Fury and Usyk, and then in March they'll be getting Wilder versus Joshua. Big fights, big fights. It's great. I'd love to see him getting made. Deontay Wilder is going to come out with a huge victory in this one. He's going to do it. He's going to look good when he does. Setting up what's next. So let me know what you guys think. Am I underestimating what Joseph Parker brings to the table? People are talking about the ring rust. It's a real thing. But when you got the type of power that Deontay Wilder does, I think he's going to be able to lose some rounds and still come out shining. Let me know what you guys think.